do it. It's Aladdin, and this is new players joined.
Oh.
Nails match that mic.
Yeah, they do. Look at that. Look at that. And you
sure
can,
do.
I think.
You
I don't
can.
know.
You can see.
I don't know if we can see
Is there a
Aristotle.
camera behind me? Can people see you?
Yes.
People can see you, right? Where?
Yeah.
How can they see
How
you?
can they
In
see
this
you?
one that
That
says
one?
number 1, yeah.
Okay,
Can you
if
see,
you
are you
say
for
so.
sure? Because you have the
I
camera.
just pointed at it.
Aristotle
Oh,
is
yeah, I can see him on
okay.
there.
Aristotle literally has an iPad next to him
Mhm.
and a computer, so he's producing, directing, and taking shit from us at the same time. It's
He
very
is-
impressive.
It's true Hollywood.
It's true Hollywood.
Hollywood.
It's true Hollywood. Jesse,
Keith,
what's
what's
Aristotle's
good?
problem? What's up with you? What's going on with you?
Oh, not a ton. Just
Oh, he pulled back on that.
yeah. What? What do you want to know?
I don't know. You're like, what's going on with you? Nothing.
I mean, I was awake at. This is actually good. I woke up this morning at 4:20 a.m. I was like, nice. Unfortunately, I do have to get up and go to work now.
I do that too. I wake up at that time, go nice, and go immediately back
Back
to
to
sleep.
sleep.
You gotta try it. It's way better than
I
what
know.
you did.
I tried. I didn't have the option. I had to go make money.
You need to stop getting up at that time.
Yeah.
Or I'll be on. You gotta do something else. Because I'm being real with you. You gotta quit getting up that early. You
Yeah.
hate it.
You
hate it.
I do.
No one should be up that early.
No one should. No, and no one is.
No one is.
Except for the saddest Uber drivers in the world, and the drunkest Uber participants in the world.
Yeah, you do group.
Participants?
Jesse does group Uber.
I do.
This
I
happened
do.
to us a couple times in L.A. because
Mhm.
people go home from partying at 5 in the morning.
Yeah, and so I'll get in
we'll
an
go
Uber
boxing.
headed to work, and some drunk dude will be like, "How's your night going?" I'll be like, "I'll tell you in 16 hours."
Yeah,
But right now, this is my day.
Right.
Unfortunately,
that sucks.
it's not a great.
Aristotle,
way to
you gonna come
exist.
boxing on Sunday?
I sure am. I already
Sunday?
signed up.
Did
You
you
already
really?
sign up?
Yeah, I did.
I'm going. Jesse, I'm showing up.
Do
You guys
it.
don't know this. I got fired from Jesse's Place of Boxing. Can we call it Place of Boxing?
We can call it a place of boxing.
I got fired for stupid reasons. I
I
don't
would
know
agree.
how else to describe them.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know how else
not.
to- So it's weird because I'll go back to Jesse's Place of
Mhm.
Business and they're like, we don't know what to do. Because I show up and I'm like, here's money. I'm taking Jesse's boxing class. They're like,
We're like, that's legal.
I guess I don't know what to tell you. You didn't.
You're a
Le-
paying customer.
We fired you for stupid reasons. You didn't do anything wrong.
This is fair.
So yeah, that sucks. Don't get up at that time.
yeah, I don't
Anyway.
want to, but I've also just been binging The Good Place.
I've
and-
seen, yeah.
yeah, because
And
it's
you
only
like it a lot.
oh, it's so good. It's I mean, we had Andrew Law on the show forever ago when he was writing for The Good Place. And
Yeah.
like, I would finish an episode right before we came here, and it was like, edit or senior story editor and Andrew Law, and I was like, oh right, I forgot.
Yeah.
he's got a big hand in this. It's a great show.
Right.
It's very heartwarming and very silly.
Yeah.
And also very intelligent.
Right.
So that's been good.
Yeah.
And then I've been playing The Witcher 3 still.
Still.
I
It's hard to jump back in. You haven't been playing it in a while.
that game.
What's about it? What's about it?
It's just that it's like 1,500 hours long.
What hour are you up to?
I haven't looked.
Yeah.
I'm guessing I'm somewhere between 50 and 60 hours deep.
And you feel like you're nowhere close to the end.
Not even a little bit. And there are so many storylines that I keep following that I'm like, oh, I want to know what the deal is with Dandelion. Oh, I want to know what the deal is with the Bloody Baron and all this stuff. I'm just like, I don't actually care about these characters.
You don't.
I don't.
None at
really.
all. You didn't like the Bloody Baron. Didn't like
I mean,
his story.
I was interested in his story, but there's so much to everything that it's like, what feels like it wants to be a half an hour long quest
Yeah.
turns into a 3 hour long quest.
Yeah.
And by the end, I'm just like, just wrap it up.
So this feels like work to you at this
A
point.
little bit,
You're not
yeah.
enjoying it. You're like, I need to beat this because of a video game
it,
podcast.
it makes me upset to say so, but yeah.
yeah.
Because I
it
know it's an
sucks.
amazing game.
It sucks.
But I'm just like, I'm trying to do all the things. I still refuse to play Gwent.
yeah.
I just can't.
I don't know why.
I just
I don't
can't.
know what it's. You're playing the game wrong.
I get it.
Completely wrong.
I get
Are you
it.
playing the main quest?
Almost never.
You're still playing it wrong.
Yeah.
It should just be never. I don't know what to tell you.
There's so much stuff that happens. Like whenever there's a new creature, I'm into it.
Yeah.
Whenever there's like a crazy weirdo,
Yeah.
I'm into them.
Nice.
But then when there are 5 of them in a row,
Yeah.
and I can't get away from them no matter what I do, I'm just like, I thought I had freedom, but I keep just running into this dude who wants me in the Nilfgaardian army, and I just what is happening?
Is it
It's
just
so
too much story stacked on top of each other?
It's 100 different stories, and you know me, I love stories.
Yeah.
I find myself just skipping through the dialogue now,
yeah.
just like, yeah,
You're like,
I
I wanna
can't,
just
I
beat
can't,
this
I
game.
can't. Yeah.
I just want to beat this game.
It's also hard because I have, with all the stories that are going on, I have very little emotional connection to Siri, who is like the whole point of the game.
Yeah.
And so I'm just kind of this. I feel as tired as Geralt looks. Like I'm constantly just like, oh God, when am I gonna find this woman who I've been hunting down, who I'm worried about? I feel beaten into submission by The Witcher 3.
Because it's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just too much.
What about you? What are you playing?
Nothing. Anyways, guys, what's going on with y'all? No. I bought Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I just jumped in.
Oh yeah. What are your thoughts?
It's like supernatural / historic, but it's like fiction.
Okay.
So it's Greeks and it's like Sparta and everything like that. And so I'm just at the beginning of the game. But like they show the first thing you do is you go into a giant battle.
Sure.
And it may
just like life.
Just like life. And he does these cool moves with his spear, stabs the first guy, throws a shield at one dude and stabs the other with the spear. And then there's a point where a guy runs at him and he takes the guy by his neck and picks him up and just snaps his neck and throws him. And I was like,
you're like, oh, you don't need that spear. You're a superhero.
Yeah, apparently. I was like, oh, you just should just kill people with your hand. You're
just a murderer.
Yeah. And you can like go through people and all that stuff, but the world's beautiful. They've added a lot of aspects of it, and I'm just not deep enough to be like, oh, I like it, I don't like it, like that.
It's a very funny thing to me to see somebody pick a man up at full speed and snap his neck and then go, what a beautiful world.
What a beautiful world.
What just a gorgeous, all-encompassing, great experience.
Wouldn't that just make the other army completely run away?
Yeah.
I don't.
That's literally the opening of the movie Troy.
I know Persians are scary, but that happens in Troy.
Wait, what?
At that time. They were killing kings and taking kings' heads and walking around with them and being like, surrender or this is you.
That's
so
fair.
Like, that's what I meant.
That's fair.
Okay?
That's the funniest.
But here's how I feel about South American people.
An entire continent.
No, but yeah, I'm playing that. I'm playing Civ a lot because that game's fucking addicting.
Yeah.
And then, and I got other games I gotta get to. I'm playing Doom slowly, bit by bit. So I'm trying to get through
playing
things.
Doom slowly is the least, like, that's not what they intended.
It's not how it happens, but I'm going bit by bit because I just need to, like, take a break from heavy metal.
Yeah.
I don't want to turn the music down. Like, it adds to it, but I'm literally, like, after an hour, I'm like, I need to take I need to go do something.
It feels like you've been living in a Doritos bag your whole life.
I feel like I've just been thrown into a cave and they're like, fight for your life while we just play this new metal down into the cave. And I'm like,
they're not even in the cave.
No, they're playing music down
in speakers, being like, fucking deal with the cave dweller.
Yeah, so that's been going on. And then, Aristotle, what are you doing?
What are you
You're
doing,
on videos,
Aristotle?
and yet people want to hear your beautiful baby voice.
I'm like just barely in the frame, and I feel,
shut up and talk to me. Shut the fuck up and talk to me.
What do you said you're in it?
I am in it, but it like
shut the fuck up and talk to me.
There's a camera there. There's a camera there.
I see you
barely
right there.
see you.
I saw you. Now tell me what's going on.
What's going on with you?
I'm going to emo night after this.
What?
Yeah.
Hell yeah! You didn't say anything to me.
It was
Did you get tickets?
Well, no, they're not doing a pre. It's like just show up.
Are you going after this?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Are we throwing down after this? Are you going? Are you going with one of your 12 lady friends?
This is my
I'm
favorite
going with
bit.
a friend.
Yay!
With a friend. Cool.
Not your person you go to shows with.
Yes.
Got it.
I guess. Yeah. Well, but it was like very like it was a last minute call. I was like,
and you were like, I gotta do overalls. I gotta
do
it.
black
It was
overalls.
part of it. Yeah.
Can I tell you guys something?
Let's do it.
Not this month's, obviously, but next month's emo night falls on my birthday.
Oh my!
And I've
God.
never been to emo night.
Oh my God! We're all gonna go to our place and not do anything.
Yeah, I hate adventures and fun, so I have a podcast.
So we're all gonna go to emo night. Everybody, if you're in LA, show up at emo night on Jesse's birthday. We'll all have fun.
Hell yeah.
This could be weird.
So Jesse.
Yes.
I told you.
Hey guys, welcome to New Players Join, a podcast about the video games people love and why they love them. What's up, Keith? What's up?
I loved that. No, I wanted to make a game. We're gonna do another game. It was like last week, right?
Okay.
America's Army.
Yeah.
Sad, depressing.
Well,
2 weeks ago.
I was gonna say
2
last
weeks
week.
ago.
What was last week's episode?
What was last week's?
Half-Life 2.
Half-Life 2.
Oh, right.
Shit,
It was
how did we
you.
forget? It was you.
you.
It was
You're
you.
the one.
You're the man.
No. So I wanted to talk about something that's big in culture
Okay.
that we all know about.
Sex.
Fuck whatever game I was about to
Yeah.
talk about. This
It's
one's
big in
better.
culture,
This
and
one's
we all
better.
know
You're
about
right.
it.
Persona 5. Everybody. No. I scared everyone just now.
I was like, don't get my hopes
I
up like
wanted
that.
to talk about a game.
Okay.
It's massive.
Mm-hmm.
It's nostalgic.
Okay.
Something that I think Aristotle can appreciate. Something I think
DuckTales,
you
the
can
video game.
appreciate
Let's
it.
do it.
Something
Let's
that
do it.
I can appreciate. Something that all of our listener viewers can appreciate.
Okay.
The game we're talking about today is
What is it?
Aladdin.
Oh! I was close.
You were
I was
close.
close.
I almost was like, yeah, basically. No, we're doing Aladdin today.
Aladdin is, first of all, a great game.
An amazing game.
Second of all, if I recall correctly, wasn't there at least one level that was hard as fuck?
Which one was that?
The lava.
Oh,
on the magic
yeah,
carpet.
yeah. Where basically you're playing, you're just trying to go up
You're just
and down.
trying, just up and it's the same exact level as the Battletoads one, where you're just going back and forth and trying to dodge the platforms. It's just the different plane version.
Well,
of it.
Lion King and Aladdin both have one level that sucks.
Which is the giraffe one?
It's the giraffe. I can't wait to be king, and you
Yeah.
have to bounce off all the giraffes' heads and
Yeah.
do all that stuff
Yeah,
without falling down.
in retrospect, that level is very funny because you're like, I'm gonna be king of you all, and these giraffes are like, murder you. Like, I do not like this king. Goodbye, patricide.
So this is,
Regicide? Regicide.
here's the thing about this game. Do you know what you have as a weapon?
Don't you have a sword?
You have a sword. Can we all remember what
You have a
let's-
scimitar.
Hold on. Before we talk
Yeah,
about the
I
game,
know my fucking
let's
swords.
before we talk about the game, let's talk about the movie Aladdin. Let's talk about it
Let's
because
talk about it.
it's a movie about a young thief, a young poor man. I
Yep.
don't like the word that they use, thief
No.
or anything like that.
No, that's
He's
a
a poor man
classist.
who lives in a broken down building, has a pet monkey.
I wanna discuss that first.
Do it.
That dude lives in a penthouse.
He lives in a great penthouse. he
lives-
has the best
he has the
view of
He lives in the
Agrabah.
best place in the entire city, and he's like, I'm poor. I'm like, are you? Because you got 360 aerial here.
So what it is this guy wants to be prince. He wants to be royalty. He wants the world to look at him and be important.
Yes.
And my opinion of what Aladdin is,
Tell me, because
and
you've
I
said
think
it before, and I love
I've said it before.
I love it.
Aladdin's just about two people
Mhm.
trying to use magic to have sex with a princess.
Yep.
That's literally
Trying
the whole.
to lie to and have
It's-
sex
There's
with a
no.
princess.
It wasn't like Aladdin's like I want to be king and rule and have children and
No.
be a good. No, it was like I want to date and
Yeah.
have sex with the princess.
Yeah.
That was the whole point. So I'm gonna use the genie
Yep.
to make me
lie
to
her.
lie. And later, Jafar's using black magic turned to a snake
Yep.
and makes her outfit even skimpier.
Yeah.
And like this whole movie.
She already had a. Okay, wait.
She already had a skimpy outfit. Yeah.
If I recall, because there is a moment. All right, I'm going to give away a lot of myself right here. If I recall, there's a moment where it's not that it's like it's a skimpier outfit. It's just like now she's going to walk all sexily.
Yes, it was like they put a veil kind of over her face or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
It was. It was.
It was
weird.
now. It's more sexual than it was
Yeah.
when it was clearly already
He's like,
sexual.
ooh, sky blue. She's innocent. Red. Oh, she wants it.
So
whoa.
it made me laugh because I went up and I looked at all the voiceover actors,
Mhm.
and they're all
white,
white.
white.
All
One,
are
the guy that voiced Aladdin was the boyfriend from Full House. Why do I know that? I don't know. Ask me a
Steve,
math question. I'll get
don't!
it wrong.
Don't. Ugh.
You just ruined his quiz. But to be fair, Keith, I
Yeah.
already knew his name on the show was Steve.
Well, how did you know that?
Because look at me.
I don't. That
Clearly
makes
huge
no
fans
sense.
of Full House.
I gotta think of a different question as before we get to the quiz,
All right,
guys.
have fun looking it
Upsetting,
up.
very upsetting. So
Now you gotta have to think of an even harder one. So you're welcome.
Just what is his last name? I don't know.
So for this game, was one of the most popular games on Sega.
Yeah, it was huge.
It was huge,
And
massive.
on Super
Everybody's-
Nintendo,
Yeah, everybody's playing. But to me, it's basically like a Prince of Persia. The fact that they give him a
Yes.
sword
Yeah.
and you swipe all this. What is the name of the tiny hats? that
Oh,
they-
Fez.
Fez. So they put fezzes
Mhm.
on everything.
Everything.
On camels, on fish, on piranhas.
Yeah, they
like,
got lazy.
little like every single security guard or royal army is a fat dude who's eating or something like that.
This is definitely some guy in the 90s who was like, somebody tell me 4 things about Persia and then use them forever.
Yeah. I think that was so cool about this game because there were little Easter eggs in it. If you go down to the prison level, the first thing they show is a skull with a Mickey Mouse hat on. Now, that's a great little tale, but also, isn't it funny just stuff like time, it's just the time goes by and you're like, wow.
Yeah.
You can just assume that's a Walt Disney tourist or like...
Yeah, it gets real dark depending on how real about Walt Disney you want to be.
And then in Disney World or on Disneyland, Pirates of the Caribbean, there is a dog with a key in his mouth, and people are reaching out to tell him to come here with the bone, and they have that in the background. So there's like a bunch of little Disney things that they do. If you are a big Disney fanatic, you'll
see
be like,
everything in
oh,
there.
I see that, and
That's
I see
really
this.
cool.
So it's like a cartoony version of Prince of Persia, less violent. If you guys know Prince of Persia, we haven't done an episode on it. It's like
the original.
Yeah, it's like the bloodiest, goriest game for the time. Like you go through spikes and all this sort of stuff.
At all,
and it just shows literally like a person going through spikes and bleeding and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but not in like a fun, cutesy Mortal Kombat way. More in like an early 90s, these pixels represent humanity kind of way.
Absolutely. So for this game, did you have it? You had Sega. Did you beat it?
I beat it? Almost certainly not.
Really?
Yeah. Okay, so a fun thing about me that I think we gloss over is that for the first 13 years of my life, I did not beat video games. I loved them and let them beat me entirely.
Yeah.
With the exception of like Mega Man 2 and
Mega Man
End of List.
Yeah.
So like cuz I was growing up on Nintendo games.
Right.
No 6-year-old is beating a Nintendo game. Like with the Bubble Bobble cheat code to get to level 99.
Yeah.
I was not beating Bubble Bobble. Game Genie was a game changer for me because all of a sudden I was like, I can break these games and see the endings. But was I good at them? No, for the longest time, never. By the time Sega Genesis came around, I was starting to beat games, but I was still accustomed to just being like, this level is too hard, I will give up.
Really?
And so to get to like that magma level and die so often, I assume, because I don't remember what the last level of this game is.
Well, if they go by the movie, what do you think you beat?
I mean, I think you beat Jafar probably as a serpent.
Yeah, as a giant snake.
Yeah,
you throw apples at it.
Yeah.
So you have a sword.
And you throw
or you throw apples. The things that you're trying to keep to yourself so you have food.
Yeah.
Doesn't make any sense.
Makes no sense.
Makes no sense.
I do remember thinking that playing the game, being like, this whole thing is I need to eat, and he's just wasting food constantly throughout the game. Just like, man, I gotta eat. Better throw these apples at people so I can get some food.
What?
You don't get it.
What do you remember about the game? Do you remember any that's like, oh, I like that level though?
I mean, I remember because the first level is just the bazaar.
Yeah.
And like running along the canopies, and it's super fun. I remember.
Do you remember what the life bar was?
I don't.
The life bar is a lamp with smoke coming out.
I like that. I remember the controls of it because the animation for like jumping and falling is very like Disney bouncy. Like I'm gonna jump, a whole body up and down motion, which I always really enjoyed.
Are there any aspects about the game that you remember that are like video game central or anything like that?
In what way?
Like little levels that have nothing to do with the game.
Was there like a bonus level?
Yeah, you go into Genie's actual lamp and you could get bonuses and things like that.
Yeah.
And after every single level was basically like not roulette, whatever.
It's slot machine?
Slot machine.
Yes.
You just get an extra life, extra apples, extra things like that.
That's an old thing about video games in this era that I really like is they're like, and for no reason whatsoever, gamble.
Well, also what's hilarious about it is Genie's in it, so anything Genie does, you just accept.
Yeah.
Because he's just such a fun character.
He's such a big character that you're like, this is just something the character would do.
Yeah.
He would just open up a casino in his lamp, and we'd all just deal with it.
Do you know what is the other big, because we already talked about what the other big Sega game is?
At this time?
For Disney.
I mean, Lion King.
That's it.
Yeah.
When you go and you want to go buy Sega Classics, that's the only ones you can buy. You can buy Aladdin or you can buy Lion King.
Yeah, what else would you... I mean, what else is there?
Well, there are a ton of other Disney games like that were Mickey-based that I actually liked myself.
Well,
but
that's interesting. There were a ton of there were a bunch of Mickey-based games.
Yeah.
But the 90s for for like Disney animation, Mickey Mouse was not there.
No.
It was Aladdin, it was Lion King, it was Little Mermaid, it was Beauty and the Beast. So there's like tons of huge Disney animation at the time that is completely getting away from their main character.
I think it's interesting because even just like games you could just easily port over that you're like, well, so many people play these other games. Why wouldn't you just like sell them?
I mean, Disney, I'm not going to pretend to understand. No, I do understand. They want money. They want money.
What other levels can you remember?
I remember, I feel like there's a level where you're jumping on stones across the lava to get to the lamp.
You're escaping.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, so you're escaping,
with it.
and then you get on.
And then you got to fly out.
Yeah, and then if you die 3 times, you lose all your life. You have to go back to the beginning of the game.
The part of the problem I have with remembering this game is that I'm trying not to conflate Kingdom Hearts Aladdin level.
Yeah, because you do get away on a.
Yeah,
yeah.
Like there's a lot of similarities, and I'm like, okay, and then you fight the boss when you get out of the pit. No, wait, that's Kingdom Hearts. So
the graphics in your head look the same to you.
Of the sand, yeah, because they're just like beige. That's it.
Do you remember any special moves? Do you remember any special abilities? Things that would happen?
I just remember throwing apples, slicing with the scimitar, riding on the carpet, being in the bazaar.
If you connect,
wait, could you use Apu?
You could use Apu as like a distraction.
Okay,
I believed. And then in the game, what's it called?
You just had it.
I just had it. Now it's gone. We're moving on from this game.
Describe a thing. Describe a thing.
Completely, we're moving on. No, if you collect, I think, 5 black magic lamps, you can make everybody on like the map, your screen explode. So it's like the ultimate, weapon. Which I know is just like weird. But again, you're holding a sword.
Yeah.
And you're just swiping people. And they have like little snakes that are just snakes from Robin Hood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait.
So
what
like,
happens when you
Disney-esque.
slice people? Do they just turn into smoke?
They turn into smoke.
Yeah,
and,
they just
puff
like puff away. Yeah.
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 They puff away, Disney. They puff away.
It's so weird. I do love that about video games. Every game has to figure out a way to be like, you're not committing murder on a mass scale. You're just defending yourself. Puff. Maybe they weren't humans. Like, how many? Even in like Final Fantasy X, it's like, we killed this monster. Wouldn't this place be littered with monster corpses? No, they turn into pyroflies and fly away. Okay, fine, sure, whatever.
Sure, whatever.
They all just disappear, I guess.
So I think, Jesse, it's time, because I think we've talked enough about the information, but we're going to talk about it. How about your favorite video game, Aladdin Edition?
It feels like it's early to be jumping in.
It's early, but I want you to get out of the way so I can talk about all of it more
Let's do it.
detail.
Let's do it. Okay, let's
Question 1, how many levels are there in Aladdin?
8.
10.
Ooh, I was close.
10.
I was close for somebody who's just
levels.
stabbing in the dark.
Question 2, how many ports did this game have?
4.
5.
I was close for somebody who's just stabbing in
DOS,
the dark.
Amiga, Sega, Game Boy, and Game Boy Color.
Fucking Game Boy Color fucked me up.
So many things.
Very good Adventure Time reference.
Where does this game list on most popular games for Sega?
17.
3.
Minus, you didn't let me finish. 14.
Can you believe that the only other games that are more popular than this one were Sonic and Sonic?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. This sold 4 million copies.
Okay, well, Toe Jam and Earl, but whatever. I mean, that's fucking fine.
Question 4, what did the blue vases do?
Blue vases. Could you hide in them?
No.
Okay.
Try again.
Oh, yeah, I'll
Blue,
ask.
who's in the game?
Genie.
Yeah, what do they do?
So they turn into Genie and he fights for you.
They turn it. You whip around the vase and it shows as Genie, and that's your checkpoint for the level. So when you die, you go back. That's is all this coming back together?
Well, that part is. The part that you just described to me is now in my brain again.
Question 5,
Sure.
which would have been a great question if you just didn't know stupid details about life.
Steve!
What's his last name?
He doesn't have one.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Is he the stupid one from Step by Step, or is it?
He's
TJ's
boyfriend.
And what is this? What shitty show?
DJ Tanner.
Sorry,
What
DJ
is it?
Tanner.
In what?
In
Saved by the Bell?
No.
What? What white show of the time?
Full House.
Ew.
In Full House.
When in Who's?
It's a great show.
I've never
Bob
seen
Saget,
it.
the Olsen
Yeah, I know
twins?
Bob. Bob Saget?
Bob
Saget? John Stamos?
The Olsen twins?
The
They
guy
just-
whose name was
They would
Jesse?
just switch them in and out and say cute
My
things?
parents would have me say "have mercy" to them when I was a little boy because they thought that was cute.
I mean, I'm technically right with my answer that I wrote down. I said, who did the voice of Aladdin? I wrote, me neither, because you guys technically don't know either.
Steve
Isn't it?
Tenenbaum.
What? Steve what?
I'm gonna say Harris, right?
I
Starts
don't
with an
know.
H.
No, but we
Wait,
didn't
you
look
don't
it
have
up.
the answer?
I wrote
Look it
down
up.
me
Look
neither
it up.
because you shouldn't know this.
No. God, his name's Steve though.
Question 6. What was the game known for being? What was this game known for being the first to do?
Wow.
What is
That-
it? Were you right?
I was so close. I knew it was an H because I kept thinking Harrington, but I'm like, no, that's Stranger Things.
Harrison?
It's Steve Hale
Steve Hale.
Steve Hale. Shout out to Steve Hale.
Yeah.
of Full House.
Somewhere he just turned around and went, huh?
Yeah.
just
Google alert
felt
went
it.
off. He's like, what's going on? What's going on?
Episode's not even live yet. He's like, the fuck is this? All right, what was your question? It's the first game ever to
Do this.
save your file.
What did you think? What did you think about the game?
I thought it was great. It was fun as hell.
What aspects about it are you like, other than like the mechanics? What did you think? You're like, wow.
I thought the controls were pretty smooth.
Mhm.
I thought that it was I don't know, I thought it was very vibrant and bright.
The very first hand-drawn animation video game.
Really?
Yeah, it was the first.
Wow.
They were actually trying, I think it was a game before this, they were trying to figure out how to do sprites like how Donkey Kong did. So they would
Yeah.
have been first before Donkey Kong. Question 7.
All right.
Name a second Seal song. Steve.
Okay, so obviously the first one we're thinking of is Kissed by a Rose on a Grave. Pass.
Sure. You could have said he has other songs other than Aren't
I-
Kissed by a Rose, and I would have believed
I
you.
know he has them. I've listened to some of them.
Aristotle was shaking his head. He's like,
This
they
was-
don't exist.
There's an old tweet of mine that was just my security question is name a second Spin Doctors song, and I haven't been able to get into my bank account for 8 years.
Question 8. How long does it take to beat this game?
35 minutes.
30 minutes.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the playthrough I saw. It just took 30 minutes.
Yeah, man. If
That's-
you don't die.
That's what it was like as a kid. I'm like, I'll bust out Lion King.
Yeah.
I'll bust out Aladdin in
All
30
these
minutes and
games-
just be done with it.
All these games were built to just be very hard, and then once you figured it out, you just breeze through
I think
it.
the one Disney game that was on Sega that I just wasn't good at, or I think gave up on, was Toy Story, because I thought that was you had to like
I beat that game.
you had to like race Buzz Lightyear and stuff like
Yep.
that. and
You
it
had
was-
to use the RC car, and the controls were very difficult. There were a lot of timed levels. I beat that
I
game
think that's
so
why I
many
gave up on
times.
it. I was just like, fuck this. Or
I
maybe
can't
I
believe
did
I
beat
beat-
it. I just don't remember it.
It was on PlayStation, right?
No, it was on
It
Sega.
was on Sega. It was ported over to PlayStation because they came around at the same time.
I can't believe I beat the Toy Story game and didn't beat Aladdin.
Yeah, that's weird. In Lion
is.
King, I would mess with Scar because
Oh,
at
yeah.
the end you beat him up, and then your last move is you can kick him over the edge or whatever. But you have to like time it correctly
Yeah.
and be at the edge. So I'm like, oh, I'm kicking your ass. So I just throw him and over and over and over again before he could get me.
Last move in a child's video game, murder.
Question 9: Who developed this game?
Oh,
It's gonna shock you. But what do you remember at the beginning of the game?
I'm
'Cause
just gonna-
Sega always does those individualized characters.
I'm just gonna throw something out there that I think would be weird. 2K.
No. Virgin. Could there be any worse of a name for a
Wow.
video game company?
Wow, you're right.
Virgin.
They did a lot of games back then.
Yeah. You know what? I hate billionaires,
Mhm.
but if I was a billionaire, I'd do like this guy who's like,
Yeah.
I'm going to just do a bunch of crazy
Do whatever the
shit,
fuck I
and I don't
want.
care and be
That
friends with
guy
the Rolling Stones.
owns an island.
Yeah, question 10. He has to own more than one.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Question 10.
He's taking us to space.
Is he?
Is he taking us to space, Aristotle?
Did he drop acid before he said that or something like that?
No, Virgin's been working on
No, they have.
commercial.
Oh, where they
space
like go
flight.
right into space
Where,
and
like
right back
you
down.
orbit.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still cool.
Don't care.
yeah. Question 10, if you could do it your life all over, what would you do differently? And this doesn't have to be a way that you're like, oh, I know this is important, like, I wish I said hi to this person or do this. What would you actually be like, okay, this is what I would do with the timing and everything?
All right, first of all, the real answer is I'd go into therapy at age 20. The
20.
yeah.
20.
I wouldn't be self-aware enough to
Well,
accept
you don't
it
have your
beforehand.
frontal lobe until 25 either way.
What?
Isn't it? You get your frontal lobe.
Prefrontal cortex full
Is that
abstract thought develops around 16.
But isn't that like your choices of what's correct and everything? Aren't you just making bad choices and understanding your emotions?
You're not understanding empathy until about 16, and I feel like after you get that, you can understand your choice.
I thought it was 20s, but fine. You tell
I don't
me
know.
about
I
my
don't know.
emotions.
I will. They're shitty. What would I do? I would not go to college. Yeah, I would not go to college. I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I would just get a job because I could have gotten it without my degree, and I just would have started writing and doing comedy. I would, from a young age, start doing martial arts because I think that they're super fun.
Yeah.
Do I have any of my knowledge from my previous
Yes.
life?
Oh my
I
God.
have all the knowledge.
Yes,
from my
that's
previous
the whole point. If you could do it all over. See, you
This is
skipped.
stupid.
You
This is-
skipped all the gambling bets
No.
you could have made.
Not
You
gambling
skipped
bets.
over saving how many people from suicide or how many people from death or anything like that.
I would write down the lottery numbers every night. I would win the lottery for a living.
Yeah.
And then when, every governmental agency investigated me, I'd just be like, I don't know. I just keep winning. And I just drive them nuts. And I would I just become the richest person to ever live.
and then do what with the money?
Just buy universal health care for the entire country.
Yeah.
I might just I might just do a lot of petty things to people I hate
Yeah.
who are like on a global scale. Like I might just make sure Jeff Bezos never becomes Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then at some point there, I'd open up a restaurant that sells nothing but cheesesteaks and poutine. I don't know why. What are you gonna do about it? I'm fucking rich. I have every lottery number ever.
Yeah.
I'd kill so many people.
That's what I was looking for. Question 11, name a third song by Seal.
I want to see something. Just stick with me. I'm just gonna Google.
That's why Aristotle's here. He's supposed to Google things.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanna bring up if any of them even look familiar.
He wants to see this for himself.
Fly like an eagle. Come on, Jesse. Fly like an eagle.
Into the future.
Yes! Yes!
We all saw Space Jam. That's the only place I know that song
I can't
from.
believe I forgot Fly Like an Eagle.
Well, I asked for a third song.
And
That's
I don't have
considered-
one. I didn't look. I don't have one. I didn't
How
look.
well do you know your favorite video game?
I can't believe you didn't ask for a secret.
Because you were like, you've done them all. I've asked you 1,000 times for a secret.
Oh. Okay.
What?
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right. You
All
want to
right.
break this down? Let's have this discussion.
Yeah,
Let's have this
I-
discussion.
I
this
need
discussion,
a
Aristotle.
secret. I
You
need
need a
another
secret.
You need a
secret
secret?
from
From
you guys.
Jesse?
Yeah.
What does Jesse
Oh,
have?
yeah.
What does Jesse owe you, good sir?
Another secret.
I could tell. I have a secret I can tell you because I've known for a while this would come up. The only problem is it's once again sex related, and I'm
That's
embarrassed.
okay.
By that. Okay.
You have to have more embarrassing shit than just fucking. There's no.
This
Literally, all you talk about on the show is about fucking. If we're talking personality wise, oh, I got this secret. I was having sex all the time. Oh, it was so hard. Oh,
This is gross.
you know
This is
what? I'll
gross.
tell you. All right, I got a secret. So, anyways, the love of my life, we're having sex, and it's the best sex I've
Well,
ever had in my life.
last time I did we did an entire game where I admitted that I put somebody's under fingernail cleaner in my mouth and was like, "This is fine." So that was all right. What do you ask me? Give me a year. I don't know.
Tell me, I don't know. You worked in a construction yard with construction people.
Yeah,
No one pulled a nail gun out on you?
No, people hated me
Because you wouldn't do shit when
'Cause
they
I
pulled a
didn't
nail
fit
gun
in.
out? Yeah.
because a bunch of plumbers were just
They have
like,
Southie accents?
no. Everybody was just like so gross and so plumbers just making dildo jokes for like 8 hours a day and just being like, hey, isn't that a funny dildo joke? And just like, you guys suck.
Oh.
Yeah. So
Were any of them solid, though?
the
Like, you're
dildo
just
jokes?
you're like, man, I'm still going to stick with out
Honestly?
my philosophy, but that was good for you guys.
My experience with plumbers, from just the two guys that were always working on the sites I was on, is that 85% of their sentences end with genuine fart noises. that they make with their mouths. That's
on purpose.
yeah.
Uh,
Like they're happy about it. They're so happy about
I
it.
picture them like they're trumpets that walk and they just make fart noises every single time they take a step.
You're making them more magical than they were.
I want them to be more magical.
They're not more magical. There was an electrician who was nice to me.
I just pictured a whole section at the Boston Bruins game just making fart noises together, just randomly.
Yeah, it's called The Stands. I don't know what to tell you. That's mean. That's not true.
No, it's fair. All right, tell us about your sex story.
No. Now you don't. Now you don't get it. Now you don't get it. I don't. Well, now I'm all thrown because that was going to be my secret, and now I'm embarrassed to share it for the wrong reason.
Again, I didn't ask you for it. Aristotle wants one because he wants
The people.
He
want
wants
it.
the heat off of him. That's what he wants. The heat
He
off
wants
of
the
Aristotle.
heat off
Kinda
of him.
need
I just
anything,
gotta
though.
think of just a fucking stupid thing that I did that I haven't buried deep down so that I can't reach it.
Let's all remember that Jesse has dark stuff he chooses not to tell us, but sex stuff is fine.
Yeah, that's weird. That's super.
I don't want to tell you
weird.
anything personal. So anyway, my balls were trapped in this vice.
I
was just
you know what
upset about
you know
it.
what I think it is?
What?
I think that my problem is I try to go to stories that are funny
Yeah.
instead of stories that are just true and upsetting.
Yeah, but you can make them funny.
Okay.
You were telling me stories, and I was like, man, like we were saying, like this story isn't funny.
Yeah.
But it's funny.
Okay. When I was 5 years old, my parents would always take us to a Christmas tree farm, and you'd like walk out, find the Christmas tree you wanted, cut it down, drag it to the front, have it netted, drive it home. It's like 45
That
minutes away from
sounded
the house.
like so Neanderthal. You cut it down, you net it,
No.
put it on your car, you stab it a couple times.
It's very. The guy's name is Og. He's great, and so. And so you'd go and you'd get your Christmas tree. Like my dad would bring the saw and he would bring a blanket so he didn't have to lie down on like the cold New England ground while he was doing it. He'd put the blanket down and get under there and saw it. We'd pick the perfect one and go back. And the farm is big. Like when you go apple picking, it's that kind of size, right?
It's just go grab one, that sort of thing.
You
Do they
just
weigh
walk
it? How's
in.
it? How much is it to just get a tree?
I think it's just like what kind did you cut down? Did you cut it from that acre? Did you cut it from that acre? Like that kind of thing. And it's a very large place, especially when you're 5 years old. It's daunting. You get to the point where you're like, I don't want you'd be like, fuck it, that one. We're not walking any further
Yeah.
because we have to walk back that distance and we have to haul it back that distance. We're not doing
We're a
that.
small family.
Yeah.
We're a small family from
tiny
Canada.
people.
Let's just grab one and get out of here.
Yeah. So we do this every year. And then one year, I got lost. 5 years old, 2 older brothers, 2 parents there, and I just got lost. And I was just alone walking to a Christmas tree farm.
How did this happen?
I don't know. It was
I know you're
5.
little or whatever, but like, you
It's probably just, like,
were you following
wandered
your
away.
brother and you followed the wrong person?
Yeah,
and just wandered off.
I was just gone.
Okay.
And so there's just a long time where I'm just like lost, confused, and sad walking through a Christmas tree farm alone in New England in the winter.
Yeah.
That was the story up until I was 18 years old. When my mom brought it up one year at Thanksgiving, and my brother John went, "That's not what happened." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And my mom literally went, "Shh," like did that.
Yeah.
And John was like, "No, we left. We netted the tree, we put it on top of the car, and the 4 of us drove away." And we got
Is that how he said it?
yeah. And
He is saying it so dramatically.
was
if that's
saying
how
it-
he said. You know what that we did next, Jesse? When you were 5?
And then we took a picture of you and we
We
tore
ripped
it
it
up,
up.
and then we spat on it and we said, "We don't like this
Mom,
one."
and your mom's like, "Shh! I told you, shh."
Yeah. But they drove away and they got like halfway home before somebody was like, "Where's Jesse?" And it's a car that seats 5 for a family of 5, and they were all comfortable and they were like,
What
"Wait,
were
something's
you
wrong."
doing?
I was lost.
Just wandering around through trees?
Yeah.
Where you saw no humans, or just not want to talk to humans?
If I saw them, I didn't feel comfortable approaching
So you
them.
didn't, yes, you didn't want to talk to
So
them.
I was just walking around looking for my parents.
You didn't want to bother anyone that you were 5 and lost.
Yeah.
Man, that's deep.
Yeah. And so I eventually heard my parents calling, and I was like, "Oh, I'm here." And they're like, "Oh, I've been looking all over for you." That's like, they just lied to me for 13 years because they didn't want to tell me that they just left.
If they forgot their child.
They forgot their
Their
5-year-old
by far the youngest one in the
outside
family.
in the winter.
Were your brothers just laughing, you assume? Or you think they were nervous?
At the time,
Probably nervous.
I think they were nervous.
Yeah.
When it got retold, it was like, what a hilarious story.
Which all stories are.
Yep. But in
I
retrospect,
laugh in my World War I book. Just
Yeah.
laugh and laugh and laugh.
but in retrospect, I was like, this is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah, there's been a few memories that have been coming up from my childhood lately in therapy that I'm like, oh no.
Oh, no. Things are being hidden from
Really?
me.
Yeah, real bad shit.
Couldn't help there was no sex in that story.
Not yet. Anyway, so
Oh,
we get
so
home.
he's
We get
five.
home.
Or we
This
find
is
out
my-
that part of that was you were fucking the trees.
Nice.
Yeah.
What is that
Nice.
called? What's that called?
Tree fucking?
Yeah. Say that again?
No, that's it.
Tree
That's
fucking.
it.
Who you tree fucking
Who you
badly?
treat fucking
Who you
badly?
treat
Who you
fucking
treat
bad?
fucking
Treat
badly,
fucking
Aristotle?
I've never fucked a tree.
There you go.
Never?
That's
You've never looked at a tree and been like, okay,
Never?
poison ivy.
Never.
She's a tree, right?
A fern.
Right? A fern?
A fern. Wait for it. Gully. Tell me you've never fucked a fern gully.
Well,
Is
now
that her
it's a
name?
different
That's the name of the
story.
town or the land or the. What am I supposed to
Who
call
knows?
it? I don't know what to say.
I don't know. It might have been a Seal song. I can't be certain. I do not
I
know.
believe you.
It could be.
He has he been making music this whole time?
And now let's go to Seal's newest single, Who Been Fucking a Fern Gully Badly.
Kiss by a rose and a flame. Ooh, my face is really fucked
Yeah.
up by the what?
You want to know what the best part of Kiss by a Rose is?
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Baby! Right there.
That was wait. What, was that Batman and Robin? Which movie was it?
I think it was.
Oh,
Batman.
wow. Wow.
So it was a good.
what a
the song was
terrible
more.
idea.
So the song was more popular than the worst movie in Batman history.
Yeah.
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 Also, how did his face get scarred? It was from a disease, right? When
No,
he was a
just
child?
I thought he has
Oh, I don't know.
acne. He just has bad acne.
I
so
thought
he's-
I thought he had a really bad disease when he was a kid.
I don't know.
I don't
Look,
know.
I try to know very little about Seal. I'm trying to get that out there, guys. If we could not support Seal anymore,
Is he a bad person?
no, I just don't. Why do we still know who he is what I'm trying to say.
That's
I know he
fair.
was dating Heidi. There's like people who just don't
Go away.
go away, and I'm like,
Why do we
you
still
haven't-
know who Heidi Klum is?
Because she's like in shows, reality TV show. Like I give her a pass because of like designer shows,
Okay.
reality TV, or like model shows. Like I give her that pass. Seal, I'm literally like, I don't. Who's pulling you out for like American Idol and stuff?
Can I tell you the best thing America's done in the last 2 decades?
I wouldn't believe you.
We let Snooki fade away.
She did that to us.
To us,
She
not
did.
for
No,
us.
she was literally like, I have a family. Like they tried to bring back Jersey Shore, right?
They did.
And she was like, I don't want to do this shit anymore, basically.
for
her.
Because I think she has like 2 or 3 kids.
I mean, she did it, but they were more mature.
yeah,
Yeah.
you're like what they're in their mid.
I mean, they'd have to
and
be.
stuff like
Yeah.
that. Like they're
She got
in their
super fit. She's
Nice.
Still
Did
on her
she?
Instagram.
She's still awful. I'm sorry. Not enough time has passed for me to be like, God, you're terrible. The situation, just all of you. I'm happy you're all friends, but fuck all of you.
Get him, Keith. It's about time somebody went at the Jersey
fact
Shore.
That, the fact that this situation went to prison for tax evasion is the funniest thing. Do you not remember that? He's been in prison.
I pride myself on
Well,
not knowing anything
I mean,
about
he
them.
was out because I think the show came back when he was
But the
out.
fact that he went to
Yeah, he went
prison for a while.
They made fun of him.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah, that's really funny.
Because when he's in there, you're like, this is a hilarious
Yeah.
situation.
He's like, oh man, this has all my favorite things: a gym, laundry, and I can tan.
All right, Jesse.
All
so
right.
I made another game for you.
Jesus, okay.
All right, and look, I want to before I get into this, I just want to get this out. Which camera should I look at? That's the best one? Disney Plus.
Uh-huh.
When you're looking for the best TV shows,
Sure.
you turn to Disney Plus.
Sure.
The shows that have Disney in them.
Yeah.
Plus,
Plus.
High School the musical reunion
Gross.
is coming soon.
Too bad.
Jesse, this game is called Answer These Disney Questions. You poor person! I'm going to ask you questions about Disney stuff,
Sure.
and you're going to have to answer.
My answer to all of them will be very unsubtle racism.
Let's skip this game.
Yeah.
Question 1.
Sure.
What is Aladdin based on?
Very unsubtle racism. It's based on.
But what the actual, like, movie?
oh, what is it? The 1,000 Nights.
Ooh, yeah.
Right?
Arabian Nights.
Arabian Nights.
But there's like a bunch of different versions because I've also seen like the Thief
yeah.
Prince or like the Thief
Well, it's
Mer-
that there's a woman who's trying to tell a sultan a story every night to survive because she has a new story for like 1,000
Yeah, because
nights.
Aladdin's like a deep character
Yeah.
in the story,
Yeah.
basically. But that's what it's based on.
Nice.
Pocahontas is based on what?
The unfortunate true story of rape and pillaging through the name of manifest destiny, otherwise known as not so subtle racism.
So, Pocahontas was 12, was married off to James
Smith.
Rolfe as a tobacco farmer.
You didn't let me finish. Minus 14.
The marriage was supposed to keep peace between Jamestown and the Native Americans for
Mhm.
several years. I just want to point out
Yeah.
that most of what Disney does is just pick a story.
And then whitewash it.
Well, not only just whitewash it,
Mhm.
just like, why even pick that story?
Yeah.
Just do something else that's
yeah.
based
Because they
like
pick
just,
something that's like, this isn't cool.
You literally keep picking characters and people that little kids go, I love that.
Yeah.
And I love Pocahontas. And I love it. And you're like, oh, this was just not an okay story
yeah.
to like rip on, basically. Because she's 12.
yeah.
And James,
She's married away
James
to a
Smith
white
goes
guy.
to like this camp and was like, look how beautiful she is. And the whole thing about it is that Pocahontas stopped him from being killed
Yeah.
by the tribe or whatever. And what they think is wrong, because apparently after it happened, the Pocahontas James Smith story is like no one knows
Yeah.
any truth to it. But what they think was because he's like, oh, she stopped me from being killed, but really she was just doing a celebration
Mhm.
to it. So it just like had nothing to do with him. She like didn't care if he died or lived or anything. So she went back and was like,
Disney Plus for all of your historical murder.
I think there's a lot of shows and movies that say like, "Hey, we know this isn't okay."
Yeah, they
anymore.
have a disclaimer on the front of it.
Disclaimers are controversial. What is the oldest ride in Disney World?
Disney World or Disneyland?
Do you want me to come over there and hug you? Disney World.
So I haven't been to Disney World. I've been to Disneyland. Yes. Okay.
Yes.
I forget which one's which.
Maybe you blacked out.
I blacked
Maybe
off.
you blacked off.
I blacked off. That sounds. What would that? I don't want to ask. All right.
Blacked off.
What is the oldest ride? I have never been to this theme park. It's got to be the Dumbo ride. I don't know.
Space Mountain.
Is it really?
Space Mountain. Yeah, is the oldest roller coaster in Florida.
The fuck?
That was a weird one.
That is
Caught
a
me
weird
off
one.
guard. Caught me way off guard. Back to racism. What's
Okay.
the deal with Snow White?
Okay, wait. First of all,
Yeah.
you can't mention Florida and say back to racism, but
Okay.
fine. What's the deal with Snow White? German fairy tale.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not asking for what's it based on. What's the deal with Snow White? Why is it important?
You're gonna have to be more specific. Important in what fashion? Aristotle?
First animated major motion picture.
No.
Okay, well, I'm a fucking idiot over here. Everybody let's look at this fucking idiot. Fucking loser.
It's about Walt Disney. And because we know what happened to Snow White. Snow White became like the biggest movie
Yeah.
and most well-known movie at the time. What were people like up to it?
What were people up? What?
The movie was supposed to bomb.
So why
Walt
did they
Disney,
like it?
Walt Disney put his house on mortgage and basically was like, "Oh, my company's gonna go under."
Yeah.
And he knows it was gonna go under. Even his wife was like, "We're gonna lose all of our money." with
Okay.
this," and he just went ahead for it.
Put
So
fuck
he
tons of
took
money in it, yeah.
the worst story in the world
Yeah.
and turned it into the greatest movie like of the time. That's when they started pushing like CDs and like all, or not CDs. They started pushing like music from the movies and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Came from Walt Disney. So this movie was supposed to ruin his career.
So it's just chance?
Yeah.
It's just dumb luck that people were into it?
We have to understand.
It was also, I mean, now we got to get into
It's a
animation here.
It's a Casablanca sort of story as well, where it was just like they went through so many fucking weird ass changes.
Yeah.
And they're like, here, put the product out. But what were you gonna
they
say?
put the but it was also like huge. It was a huge innovation in animation.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Like they created the processes that they use now to make this movie. It was also
Interesting.
the first feature length animated movie, which everyone was like, Why
Okay,
would you
we've already said
I
that
know, I know.
we don't give a
That's-
fuck and that you're wrong.
And by the Casablanca
wrong,
thing, I mean like Casablanca was written by like 12 people or something
yeah,
like that.
that's
So it's,
two. That's like 11 too many.
it's way too many people to be writing a movie. And the thing about this movie was dope. He was supposed to have a bunch of lines, and they just ended up were like, just don't let
just
him
make him laugh.
talk.
Yeah.
Basically, like just
Man.
make him Harpo.
What horrible things was he supposed to say?
Also, can we also just talk about this? We talk about jobs and careers and like doing things with our lives.
Yeah.
If you had so much money, what you would do with it and stuff.
Murder
This
people
was a
and eat
time
hoagies.
when somebody was like, "I'm going to build an amusement park to go along with all the shit I'm doing."
Yeah.
Like just that.
That's insane.
That's a crazy concept
That's an
right
insane
now
thing
for
to
somebody
think.
to just be like, "Oh, I'll just do roller coasters and stuff."
Yeah.
too,
That's
with-
bonkers.
with my movies.
What do kids like? To be hurled through space at a high velocity.
You know what the question is? What do kids like? Things that I make.
Jesus
Like,
Christ.
think about that. You know
Yeah.
what kids like? Dumbo, because I wrote it.
Yeah. All right. That's the scariest thing I've ever
Well, that's
heard.
kind of the vibe of it. Also, Jesse, what is the Bambi complex?
Bambi complex. Okay. So Bambi starts. Bambi's mom is killed. Or, yes, it is the mom, right? Okay. So, psychological effect? Is that
Yeah.
what we're on?
Yeah, so what is it?
Okay, so if your mom was killed at an early age, you would seek some kind of parental figure. I'm going to say it's attaching to a non-parental figure as it's your own.
It's a disorder and become overly, whelmingly protective of cute things. But like when you just see a deer, you're like, "Oh my god, what's something gonna happen to the deer?" Like you just get that
Yup.
freaked out.
That's
for it.
also a funny. Welcome to Disney. How does this start? Your mom gets shot. Here's a movie.
And this is my favorite. What is
Okay.
the Song of the South? Do you know what this is?
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
this is an incredibly not so subtle racism. That's my answer. Not so subtle racism.
Did you get that from the Song of the South?
I remember that it's a movie that's just like not okay.
You went on this ride.
I went on this ride.
It's a ride.
Okay.
They don't say it is, but they don't say it's based on it, but it's the ride.
This isn't oh
I mean,
What
there's
is
a
it?
ride that doesn't have a very clear origin.
But you are like, "Wow, this is very offensive," but I can't put my finger on it.
this was the log flume
This is Splash
mountain.
Mountain.
Yeah.
So what it is a guy talking about the South and then showing like Brer Rabbit and all this sort of stuff.
So they're all just racist versions of humans. It's
and
my
what makes this
God.
interesting is like half the people time. This is like the 60s.
Uh-huh.
Okay? You know what I'm saying? Like this was 60s, early 70s, like half the people at the time were like, "This is super fucking racist."
Yeah.
And then the other half were like, "But it's like good." Like it's like they literally that was so we're talking about Disney when you're like, "Oh, it's racist." And they're like, "No, it wasn't racist. It was the time and that sort of thing." This was a movie that Disney has buried.
Yeah.
They haven't let out since like 84 or
Mhm.
something like that because they know it's that racist.
Oh my God, it's so funny. That,
Even
like, this
people-
is the most racist
they
thing
pushed
in
it,
84.
And at the time when they had so much controversy, Disney was still pushing it to win an Oscar.
wow.
Even though like full knowing like we fucked up.
Yikes. Okay.
Next question, what Disney classic character does Jackie Chan play?
What? How? Oh God, I hope I'm not subtly racist when I do this. Okay. So, the only Disney movie I can
Wrong.
think of. Wow, okay. All right.
Where your brain is now, I'm just saving you. Wrong.
Okay, good. I was going to say something terrible, I maybe.
Think what would make sense. Where your brain is going is incorrect.
Okay. Those are two different pieces of advice you just gave me.
I know until I say it.
Okay, so instead of thinking about where Jackie Chan is from,
Mm-hmm.
I will think about him as a martial arts expert. So he would maybe be in a martial arts related Disney movie?
He played the Beast from Beauty and the Beast for China. So that's why the advice I gave you was like, it makes sense, but kind of, it's going to all make sense.
Oh.
Like, what would be practical?
Him and Steve Hale both.
Because I'm like, there is no Disney movie. You know, no. Oliver and Oliver Trap. What's that?
Oliver and Friends or Oliver and Company. The one
Oliver and Company. Marlon Brando was almost in it.
you know who is in it?
Cheech.
Billy Joel.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's the lead.
He's the lead.
And then Cheech is in it,
Yeah.
guys, and not Chong. I guess
Yikes.
it's unfair. Other than all the awards it won, why is Lion King so impressive for Disney?
Why is it so impressive? Because it has a musical spin-off? Because it has a video game spin-off?
I know it's hard. It's hard to like. These are all generalized like answers, but like it makes sense if you think about the Lion King.
Yeah.
Think about all the other movies we've talked about. Like I feel like I'm asking you questions that
Oh,
are like out of
It hasn't aged poorly.
It's an original.
Shit!
They didn't pull from anything.
Shit,
It's
okay.
just they made an original movie.
Good for them.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Like, and there's also so many things about the Lion King because everyone wants to go write or animate for Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Was the other movie that was out at the time, and everyone thought Lion King was gonna bomb.
None
and
of the
all-
animators wanted to work on it. They
Yeah.
all wanted to do Pocahontas.
They
or
wanted-
whatever
Yeah.
else they were
Or
working
it was,
on.
it was Pocahontas. Oh my god!
Also,
So they went to go write a racist movie instead of the greatest Disney movie of all time.
Yeah, probably.
music by Hans Zimmer.
Yep.
You know that?
Yeah.
Also, it's Hamlet. It's Hamlet. It's so good.
Still original.
It's still good. That's true. A lot of movies have been Hamlet.
And this is my favorite question.
Sure.
When did the idea of Pocahontas come about? Come on, Jesse.
What?
It's a white guy.
Yep. Well, that doesn't help me.
I mean, it should. He's
When
got a
did-
great idea about for Native Americans. What day did he come up with this idea?
Oh no, on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It happened on Thanksgiving. Oh no. Oh my god, that's so bad.
It's like my favorite King of the Hill joke is they ask, oh, what's his name? I can't remember his
John
name.
Redcorn.
They asked John Redcorn, do you celebrate Thanksgiving? We did.
Yeah.
Once.
Oh.
It's like so good.
Oh, no me gusta.
Oh, sorry. And before we head out and we're done with this, Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
When you need good stories that are
Racism.
vaguely racist, but
Subtle.
you love crows that got snappy comebacks and
Ooh,
jokes.
Yeah, that's what I forgot about that one.
Dumbo's super racist.
Hey.
Here at Disney Plus, buy our High School Musical. The musical is a musical, everybody.
The Mandalorian.
This has been Answer
my
Our Question
God.
About Disney, you fucking poor person.
I'm so sorry and poor. Keith, did you play Aladdin? I mean, you must have.
Yeah.
What was what were your favorite parts of it?
I love Robin Williams. And
Yeah.
it's basically a Robin Williams. Aladdin is just Robin Williams having fun.
Yeah.
Do you know how they came up with it and all this sort of stuff? They animated Genie doing Robin Williams' stand-up routine. So they just took one of his stand-up routines
Really?
and just drew Genie. And they're like, you can do whatever you want. And he has a contract with Disney.
No one can do his.
You
his
can't
character.
take away his it's his
Yeah.
character
Yeah.
like, for, I think, another 20 years
I think he
or
played
something
like
that.
71 different characters within that character.
It was like
in the
all
movie.
improvised.
Yeah.
It was like, do whatever you want. And
Mhm.
I'm like, he made the movie.
Yeah.
Like the songs in Aladdin are phenomenal.
They are.
The music in Disney is so impressive.
It is.
It really any of their movies, whatever they're doing, it's like there's at least one song in every movie that you're like, that was magical and it's gonna
Yeah.
stick with me
forever.
And I think what like the thing about I like about the game is it's kind of like Earthworm Jim, and I was gonna bring this up that they made Earthworm Jim after this. So all the cartoony aspects that are in Aladdin, it's kind of pulled over into Earthworm
Interesting.
Jim.
Yeah.
Like the gambling and all that sort of
It
aspect
has
thing.
the same exact
very
physics.
it's same physics, very jokey, kind
Yep.
of same thing where you find your little secret entrances going back. It's kind of like when the camera doesn't follow the character, it's almost like it's manual, like
Yeah.
it doesn't really hint at where you should go. It just moves with your character.
Yeah.
It's weird.
I'm just now seeing like literally the jump for Earthworm Jim and for Aladdin are the same exact thing.
Yeah. And
That's fucking
essentially, like,
crazy.
The Lion King is the same exact
Yeah.
thing as this game.
It is. Fuck. All right, but did you have like favorite levels from the video game?
I liked looking for the lamp because that's very special. It's really cool because they have a light coming down on the lamp.
Yeah.
And when you just put a little bit of Aladdin in there, you can just see the light reflecting off of him
Yes,
and stuff
I
like
do
that.
remember that walking up to that tall pillar.
So there are game aspects of the game that I'm like, oh, that was super magical and that's super pretty because it was animated.
Yeah.
And then the music's great because it's Aladdin music.
Yeah.
And then you're chucking apples at people.
Which is also great because, funny.
Yeah.
Chuck
And
apples.
Camels spit at people. If you jump on a
Yes,
camel's heads or
yes.
camel's bodies, they spit at enemies and
Yup.
things like that.
Forgot about that. So did you beat it?
All the time.
Oh, fine, Robin. All right. Fucking Robin's fine.
No, yeah, I really like this game as a favorite of mine because I was just really into Disney.
Yeah.
I love Disney. Loved Disney. We should all have very complicated feelings about Disney.
Yeah, I think so. I mean,
Which is like we grew up with. Like I watched Up.
yeah.
You know, like I saw Inside Out.
Can
I
I-
don't like. I
okay.
can't. You know what I mean?
Can I
I
say
just saw
something?
it for the first time.
How would
the
you?
other
I
day.
cried nonstop.
Inside
What'd you
Out?
think?
Beautiful movie.
It's very good, yes, but it stressed me out the entire time.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was like, I can't.
Yeah.
Why did people want me to see this? This is
It's important.
this is freaking me out.
I want to say something, and I'm going to go out on a limb on this. We don't actually like the movie Up. Nobody actually likes the movie Up. We like the first 10 minutes, and then we
then I like
the
Doug.
last 2 minutes.
I like Doug. I
Yeah.
like Doug. I like the dogs.
The dog's great.
The whole
But we
time.
don't actually like. How many times have you guys gone back and rewatched Up?
Never.
I haven't gone back and watched Inside Out, and there's hockey in it. It talks about feelings.
I've
I just-
rewatched that twice.
it made me cry so
Yeah.
much. The moment she said "I'm sad," I like started crying. It's
Yeah.
just
Maybe stereotypical of me,
Yeah.
but I fucking love and will constantly rewatch Coco.
Oh, Coco's amazing.
So good, yes.
I called what the twist was going to be half an hour before it happened, and then I still bawled when it happened. Also, I will never stop loving Finding Nemo and crying a little bit at the end when he gets his son back, and then he has a flashback to holding the single egg. I will never stop
So
loving
let's
that
just
moment.
let's just take this all back. We all really like Pixar.
Pixar.
We don't like
Pixar.
Disney. We like
Yeah.
Pixar.
Yeah. Yeah.
Over the last 2 decades.
I mean, what has Disney done? I'll give Disney. They did. I mean, Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, are you talking about just
Oh,
like
yeah.
more recently?
Yeah.
I mean,
Gave
Lilo and
us
Stitch
all
is
the
awesome.
live-action remakes.
Emperor's New Groove.
It's
Oh,
a very
yeah.
funny movie. Guys.
Emperor's New Groove is freaking
David
hilarious.
Spade is great in the Emperor's
That's
New
his
Groove.
best movie.
I
I'm
think it
talking about
is.
Tommy Boy
Yeah.
and Black Sheep. I think that's his best movie.
I think it's when he pops up and he's like, "Yay, I'm a llama again." Wait, is such a good moment. Such a genuinely good joke.
I mean, the moment of him even being like, "Is there wallflower behind me?" Yeah, Sharp Rock's about most likely. Bring it on.
yeah.
Great movie.
How did we get here before them? I don't know. Biological reason. Makes no sense.
So
Great
good.
movie. So they still have some stuff that they do that's not racist and also good. But yeah, I mean, their video games, it was just that. It was just Aladdin and it was Lion King. And to me, they were both very difficult. But every time I booted them up, I would play Lion King on my Game Gear,
Ah.
going way back,
Yeah.
which made it even harder because it's a small screen with the hard controls, and that thing overheats like a motherfucker. Did you ever have a Game Gear?
No, it sounds like a whole bodysuit of armor you're supposed to
Dude.
put on before you game.
Is so I had so many systems that I thought were normal that were just fucking weird. Like,
Wait, how
nobody-
did you get? You got all the incorrect things.
Yes.
But you got a lot of them.
Welcome
a
to
lot
my
of
life.
incorrect things.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did your parents do anything nice for you after they left you there?
Yeah, they lied about it for 13 years. How deep you want to go?
What do you think? Would your mom make you extra better, extra great eggs the next day? You like? Do you think there was a kind? Do you remember anything that's like you're kind of making up a little bit?
I'm going to say the realest shit right now.
Okay.
My whole family was depressed my entire life.
Yeah.
So, I don't think so.
No.
No. No, I don't think so. I think they
Jesse's
felt bad.
not dead. Oh, good for him.
They're just like, great, but I am on the inside. I know this now. I see it in retrospect. This is the information I wish I had had if I could go back and do life over again.
What do you
Just be
think?
like,
Who would have to tell you that? And
What?
how would you even get to the point of believing somebody? Being like,
apparently,
your whole family's depressed.
apparently, it would take me being almost 34 years old and finding a therapist who's willing to say the hard shit to
Did
me.
he say that to you, or did he hint at it and you
He-
kind of took it?
My,
That's what he's supposed to do.
my therapist was like, you said you're like your mom was depressed. I was like, yeah, and he was like, how was your father this whole time? And I was like,
unresponsive,
I was like,
sad all the time.
Depressed, sad. He's like, "What about your brothers?" And I was like, okay. I'm seeing what you're putting down." So yeah, I would take some good leading questions. What are you staring at me?
Nothing. I'm waiting for Aristotle to say
I-
something. I know he never would.
I was also confused. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Jesse,
so that's what it would take.
I'm sick of asking God questions.
Me too. He
I'm
never responds.
I never. I'm sick of asking.
That one got Aristotle.
I'm sick of asking which character
Yeah.
you have.
What do you
like.
want to ask?
I don't really know. This is supposed to be the end, and I feel like you've talked about your emotions. You've opened up.
Okay.
So I'm trying to figure out how we can end this.
You want something.
I meant that in the saddest, most depressing way ever. How do we end this?
I mean, I guess we just don't ever leave here and slowly starve.
No. Are you gonna come with us to Santoros
You gonna come with us to Santoros
Right now?
when we're done?
when we're
Oh.
done?
Probably not, because
You
Why
gotta
not?
get to emo night.
Well,
Oh!
there's nothing for me to eat there.
Okay,
I also
wait.
then have to send you this.
Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna figure out. My 34th birthday is in like 27 days, if I'm judging the month correctly. 27 days until I'm 34. So, guys, what are we gonna do for my birthday?
Jesse doesn't like to drink,
I don't.
so he doesn't like to drink. So he wants to go to
So
emo night.
Doesn't
night sounds
like
fun.
to, or you don't?
I don't like to.
But
I
you
didn't
will.
realize
We'll
this.
get him some drinks and he'll have them, but he's not actively looking to go to a bar before we go to emo.
Yeah.
'cause
I mean,
that's what I'm
that's-
trying to hint.
I
at.
didn't realize people in New York apparently thought I was a recovering alcoholic for.
I still think that.
But I just hate the taste of alcohol.
And you hate feeling shitty the next day.
Yeah, being drunk for 2 hours is great. What a great high. But then you're also on a downer for 4 hours after it, and then for the next 24 hours, your body's dehydrated and feels like garbage.
That absolutely nails it.
I mean, if you do it wrong, yeah.
If you do it right, what am I missing?
How
You
often,
just having a
how
great
often
time.
do you drink? Where are you drinking?
Where are you drinking?
Where are you drinking?
Where are you
Who are you
drinking
drinking
badly?
badly?
Where are you drinking
Who are you
badly?
drinking
Oh my
badly?
god, this answer. This I will answer all the time.
You're not
everywhere.
asking. We're not asking how much you drink, but we are. How much you drink?
How much you drinking?
No, but you like to drink.
Oh yeah.
You're not. Do you?
Oh yeah.
Did you have booze with you like normally? Did you have drinks at night by yourself?
I mean, not daily, not on the regular, but
I'm
yes,
not trying to be
I-
on a slippery slope, but we're on a slippery slope no matter what.
We're on a slippery
I mean,
slope.
yeah, it's a very slippery. But I like
He-
like the taste
He
of beer.
likes a couple
and
Mai
so-
Tais here and there.
No, actually,
I-
it wasn't until recently that I even started dabbling in the other alcohols because I just like beer. It bloats you up, but that's also its way of buffering. Like you can your body is limiting how much you can take
That's
by how
true.
full you get.
I will say this. I fucking love a margarita.
Ooh,
I love a good margarita.
Where's the best Mexican food?
And
That-
don't
that's
say
hard.
Mexico.
I
Don't
mean,
say
you
Mexico.
can't
You want to go to the place that was
argue
down the
with that
street?
fact.
The place. I mean, that place is good.
Where do you want to go?
On my birthday?
For a margarita.
Oh,
He likes margaritas. He'll like a little bit of food. Then we go to emo night.
I would always just go to Mission Cantina in Hollywood. That
You
was my
wanna go there again?
margarita spot. I don't know. We'll
I'm
see.
asking
We'll
you.
tease
You
it
want
out.
to go somewhere else? Sometimes
What?
I'm just asking.
What should here's my real question.
Guys, welcome to Planning Stuff, the podcast. where we
podcast.
plan
On
stuff.
this
brought to you by
Christmas,
Disney Plus.
I Mandalorian. Bye.
Mandalorian.
This Christmas, I got myself the first Christmas gift I've ever gotten myself.
Yeah.
I gave myself a tattoo. I didn't give it to myself. I got myself a tattoo.
It looks terrible.
It just says
Show the
first attempt.
people.
This is my tattoo. It's just the
Actually-
moon coming up over the horizon. Do you want to zoom in?
Oh, I got it.
He's got it.
He's
so
got
that's
it.
my tattoo. Now you can see it if you're watching this. Let me know when I can put my arm down.
You're good.
Okay, it's stuck. So I got this tattoo, and I'm like, oh, getting yourself a gift for an occasion isn't a bad thing. It's a
No.
good thing to do. So, what am I going to get myself for my birthday? Me wonders.
Another tattoo.
What are you afraid of?
Heights.
Yeah, let's get you some heights.
Ooh, can they be the Washington kind?
I want to get you a giant snake and be like, "Happy birthday! It's in your room."
Oh, my God.
Or
Pass.
a hyper realistic tattoo of a snake, like on your arm.
Nah.
There we go.
I do want more tattoos.
Where
but it's been two. It hasn't been.
You
long
lived
yet.
here a little bit longer than we have. You've lived here a lot longer
You've lived here so much longer.
Yeah, what are we doing with him? Where are we taking him? Where's the best Mexican food? Where's the best margarita?
Hey,
We're going to emo night.
I mean, everything you're asking is filtered through veganism. So
Okay, you've been here
that's
longer
a-
than us that all your friends who eat food will tell you or bother you. So
I haven't been in a while, and I think they may have even closed by now. But Mas Malo,
Mas Malo.
Mas
where's that?
Malo.
I forgot which is which. There's one in downtown and one in like Silver Lake.
all right.
It's very good.
I wanna go see more concerts. I wanna go see the 1975 again.
Oh wow.
They were really good.
You have a very specific taste in music.
Nail it for me.
Pop.
It's pretty. That's pretty broad.
I feel like it's the
Do you
bands
listen
you
to
listen to
Hello
are.
Goodbye.
What's that?
Do you
Hello,
listen? Do you
Goodbye.
still listen to them?
Oh yeah.
Him?
Recently,
Do you
yeah.
still listen to him? Jesse has the best joke about that band. They should just be called Goodbye. It's Jesse's joke.
It was there's an old joke that was this Hawaiian cover band's version of Hello Goodbye is very confusing.
Yeah. Do you still?
It's a
Are they
thinker.
still doing stuff?
Yeah, I think I saw him last year.
You know, Circus survived skipping us. They're going to Santa Cruz. They ain't coming to LA.
Oh yeah,
You're going to Santa Cruz? Did
No,
we talk about this?
I'm going to Las Vegas.
Ah,
Ah.
last year.
You booze hound.
Well, I mean that. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have anything to say about Aladdin?
It's a great game.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to play. It's super fun, and like all the memories that are flooding back to me are that it's pretty whimsical too. Is that it's a game that knows how to play to kind of what the entertainment was of the movie. Because you're right, it was Robin Williams, and like whenever you see his face pop up in the game, it's meaningful. The camel spitting is great.
The end of not even the game. The end of the movie
Mhm.
has like one of the best sentimental moments in any
Yeah.
Disney movie, which is you have one last wish, and Genie's just like, "All right, what do you want me to get you? I like you. Let's do it." And
Yeah.
he's like, "I want you to be free," and he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Like he can't believe it, like that he's gonna be free, and there's just a moment of just selflessness. This guy was selfless the whole time, even though it's like, I want goods and
Yeah.
to be rich, and he's like, I just want to date this girl.
Yeah, I still listen. I just wanted to con my way into her loving
Look,
me, and we accomplished
Look, my
that.
competition is dead. So what? Wait, can you get Gilbert Godfrey to say something for us? And by something for us, I mean I refuse to say anything for this podcast or something like that. Can you get him to say anything for us?
Can you get him to say anything that you can record?
I'm gonna say yes.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Anything. You did say anything.
Can I?
So
any,
that
it's
means
fine. We just
anything.
need Iago on the show.
And it's
And
true.
by Iago, I mean Gilbert Godfrey.
It is the same person.
Did you ever think that like the screeching sound of chalkboard would have competition? Let's keep going. What do you got?
What do you
He's
got?
your boss. Let's see what
let's
your joke
let's,
about.
let's hear you joke about Gilbert Godfrey.
It was just funny.
Can I tell you
You're
something
right.
right now? Adam Sandler doing an impression of an upset old man is Gilbert Gottfried speaking normally.
Yeah.
The voice of Little Nicky or Gilbert Gottfried? I take Gilbert Gottfried every time.
Yeah.
Over the little Nicky voice?
He talked like this all the time. And I'm like, I can't more than 10 seconds. I want to attack.
Die.
I want to die.
It
Die.
was a very weird, dumb choice, but I'm still.
I will
a
take
little
his
Nicky
I'm a
head.
stupid water boy and I eat Python's voice over Little Nicky.
Let's
Yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
I'll take a Chihuahua. Hold on. I got to do one more thing.
We can go Sandler all
we
day.
should we
I-
talk?
Just hold on.
What? What's up?
Disney Plus.
This is good.
When you're
Hey.
sick of Netflix murders and Hulu cartoon shows that you used to watch 20 years ago,
Uh-huh.
why don't you try Baby Yoda? It's not Yoda, but we're calling it Baby Yoda.
Because our brains
Because-
can't. They're small.
So watch for our next show where
Show.
we take an action star and we put a baby thing next to him,
Hey.
and you all like it and buy the merch.
Subtle racism.
Subtle racism.
Should we do a favorite restaurant?
Let's do it.
I want to shout out the Black Cat in Silver Lake for having a bomb-ass cheeseburger.
Black Cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
I wanted to go there.
Yeah.
And
I mean-
try their what? And try their what?
I was
Try
gonna
their
go find out.
bathrooms, or what are you gonna try over
What are you
there?
gonna
Their
try?
booze.
I was gonna go
You can get all
see.
boozed up at the Black Cat.
Yes.
I don't know what that accent was, but I still prefer it to Little Nicky.
It's the you can't say that sentence without talking that way.
That's true. Do you have a restaurant to shout out?
Go to man, no. You know what? Fuck Blue Jam Cafe. How about that?
Wow. What happened?
I went there today, and I got upset. I
Okay.
genuinely got upset. Blue Jam Cafe is this great. Have you been there? Do you know what this is? It's a place in West Hollywood. They make great jam. It's like a jam. Like they make great food.
Yeah.
But I wanted to go get the migas.
Yeah.
So they have
Oh,
migas. So I go
Mm-hmm.
because they're known for their French toast, and their French toast is amazing.
Sure.
It's really great. And then they're migas, and I was like, I want protein, so I want
Yeah.
migas. I go, and I see that they don't have chorizo. It's soy chorizo.
Oh.
So I was looking up on the menu because like everyone's like, "Oh man, the chorizo's so good." And I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, chorizo," and I showed up. I'm like, "There's no chorizo in
Yeah.
this." So they're like, "What do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know because I don't want French toast.
Yeah.
That would make me feel sick.
Gross, yeah.
basically." So I was like, "Okay, I'll have the regular eggs and bacon and French."
Yeah.
And just like, it just wasn't great, and it was overpriced, and I was just like, "Oh."
Yeah.
So fuck Blue Chip Cafe.
There you go. That's the
for
most LA
today.
thing.
That's I didn't pitch anything. Just don't go there.
Don't no to Blue Chip Cafe.
Unless-
yes to Black Cat
Unless
cheeseburger.
you're drunk as hell and you want mimosas.
Yeah.
This place is you. You would want this place.
You'd want this
You want
place.
this
You
place.
fucking.
They have a lot of
alcoholic.
gluten-free.
Mimosas pretty
They have a lot of vegan things there.
Oh, good.
That's how I knew I hated it. There was a lot of vegan things.
Let's get out of
All
here.
right. Okay. Fine.
All right, guys. This is Aristotle. That is Keith.
That's Aristotle.
That's a drink.
That's Aristotle.
That's Keith.
That's Aristotle.
and I'm Jesse.
And I'm Jesse. That's
Okay,
Aristotle.
Fine. Okay. Fine. Whatever.
Goodbye,
This has been New
everyone.
Players Join. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Let's do that sweet, sweet intro.
Do you also